live audience, and maybe the gentleman in the suit can pass the mic on to the lady to his right so that I can take her account as regards what she thinks needs to change. What do you think?
In ending corruption and not just listening to the advisors is going to really help.
So at times, according to you, he needs to sidestep even the advisors, advise at the expense of the welfare of the society.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. So maybe to the gentleman in the front line and the last row, and I get his account. Yes to you. I mean, in terms of the discussion we have had, and also the position of young people in the country, the policy table for them to be included in the policy making process come 2022.
Julius Jesse. And before even I respond to your question, we are all talking about change, and everyone who is coming in is just talking about change. Are we really embracing the change? We as the leaders holding those top positions. Like, for example, I'll give an example just about the alignment that we are seeing taking place in politics. We hear of the Ruto, that is the UDA coalition, always craving to work with Raila. We see also the One Kenya Alliance also craving to work with Raila. We see Uhuru himself, that is the UDA coalition, always craving to work with Raila. We see also the One Kenya Alliance also craving to work with Raila. We see Uhuru himself holding Raila with all the hands, not even to drop him at some point. But have you seen any one of them at least at some point getting to a youth and trying to maybe to uplift our youth for that top seat? We've not seen any of them. And you know, change is
We have a couple. I mean, the DP William Ruto has politically held the hand of, say, the current governor of Nandi, Stephen Arap Sang, the Senator Samson Cherargei, Aaron Cheriot, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, who was unpicked while a lecturer at the University of Moi in Eldoret. I mean, you can mention...
There are very few. And, you know, change is inevitable, and those who cannot change their mind cannot change anything. And also, to, another thing about what we had in our earlier session, about those who have great influence on social media, so those are celebrities. I know they have left, but some of them, there are so many who are watching the show. You know, for me, there are people who are talking about BBI being with some vocabularies that are not understood. For me, as the artist, what I want a change in them by 2022 is that at least they change for singing love and name them. But at least they need to at least start singing about all these things we hear of BBI and other important issues in politics, that is a constitution also, so that because now the youth are listening to music more than even the news on our channels, at least they can get what we are talking about in this BBI thing and the constitution.
Okay, so you mentioned that there are not enough young people mentored by the current crop of political leaders in the country.
Yeah, exactly.
So then, what does it mean? I mean, isn't it the time for the young people to stand up for themselves? Do you think time is right?
Yeah, this is the time. In fact, I was very much happy with the KOT thing there in Kenya. You see, there's those people who are like Mutahi Ngunyi was saying that it won't go anywhere. But at least I saw many bodies, that is international bodies, talking about the same, meaning that our voices were heard. Even if there was not that, maybe there was not anything that was measures to be implemented, but at least someone heard us. And if we as youth are going to stand again, and with that, just an example as the KOT thing, I know we are going somewhere.
Okay, so to the gentleman at the center, maybe yes, I can get his account. Yes, there we go.
Yes, so thank you so much.
Account of the, maybe you can pass over the mic to the lady on your right. I get from her, and then the gentleman on the far end, far right end, that is the speaker who spoke about the importance of literacy and why we need people who can explain documents that have a lot of legalese. Yes, first of all, let me hear from you.
I'd say that what Wesley said, we also need people who are integrity, people who are learned. In as much as you're the youth, you just can't go take somewhere there and tell them that we want you to lead and everything. We also need someone who can have courage, who knows what it is, who knows the law very well.
Yeah, that is in my first point. That's where I was heading to. You see, when let's say, for example, a youth is considered as a deputy governor. You see, we're saying that our youth have not these leadership qualities or maybe the knowledge about the leadership. But you see, when you are considering them as a deputy, there is some knowledge about leadership that you are trying to impact in his life, and also there are some core values that is trying to emulate from you. And so when you are vacating that position, at least it's leaving him in that aspect where he's able to take up that role from these people. And so when at least when the youth are being considered, I know it's going to get them.
Okay, thank you so much. Your time is appreciated, and the time of our live audience in studio, and the time of Kenneth Ngure. Thank you. Your time is appreciated. Much welcome again. And Moe Haki Karanja, thank you so much for coming, alongside that of Wes Lewis. Thank you so much for your company here on the broadcast, and thank you to you too from home for watching. You're also part of the company, and that is cherished. And always a big thank you to you. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Good afternoon.